Hey guys, Michael Luckadoo, armchairbuilder.com here. Hey listen, there's nothing worse than getting floor squeaks in your home. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about what causes those floor squeaks. We're going to talk to you about how to repair them if you do have them in your house. And then lastly, we're going to talk about if you do build a new home or an addition, ways that you can help prevent those from happening. So let's take a look.
So here's the typical floor framing system you'll find in most homes in the US with 2x10 floor framing material or some other manufactured component like an I-joist or a floor truss. And then you'll have the subflooring, either OSB or plywood, on top of that. Now here's the sound that we hear when we have a failure between the actual framing member and the subflooring. So these can be pretty annoying. So let's take a look at what can cause this type of squeak. The nails coming down through the subfloor may have missed the framing member 2x10, or the subfloor adhesive could have dried before the plywood panel or OSB panel was put into place. The subfloor system could also be flexing underneath an interior wall that's perpendicular to the framing members. Another option could be there's either loose or missing bracing or bridging between the framing members. So today we're going to show you how to take care of a squeak where the subfloor material is loose at the top of the framing member. This repair takes less than an hour and can be done with most typical household tools. So you're going to need a screw gun, a caulk gun, and a saw. You're also going to need a 2x4 or 2x6, some construction adhesive that'll fit your caulk gun, and some 3-inch screws. And for this repair, you're going to need basement access. When you're picking out your 2x4, make sure that it's straight. We're going to start by cutting your 2x4 to about 3 feet in length. Now we're going to drill holes in the 2x4 every 6 inches at a slight angle, and we're going to make sure that that drill bit is just slightly smaller in diameter than the 3-inch screws. Now we're going to take your heavy-duty construction adhesive and apply it continuously along the top edge of the 2x4. You're also going to apply a generous amount of glue along the back side of the 2x4 as well. Now we center the 2x4 under the squeak and press it securely up so the top edge rests against the underside of the subfloor snugly, and then we secure the 2x4 to the 2x10 with the 3-inch screws. The screws go into the pilot holes we previously drilled and draw the 2x4 up tight to the underside of the subfloor. Now you want to place something heavy on top of the subfloor above to hold the glue in contact until it dries. So that's one method for repairing a floor squeak. Let's take a look at some things you can do to prevent them in your new construction projects. So here's some things to include in your rough carpenter's scopes of work. Make sure they only glue one subfloor panel at a time so that it doesn't dry before it's set. Remove all missed nails at joists to prevent squeaks. Use ring shank nails or screws for the subfloor to hold it in place tightly, and then secure all bridging and bracing when the job is complete. You may also want to build a stiffer floor system to minimize deflection and resulting noise. You can achieve this by raising the deflection criteria of your floor framing system to L/480 instead of the typical code minimum of L/360. So without getting too technical here, the L represents the length of the framing members, and then the denominator, by raising that, we're actually decreasing this number, which is the deflection allowed in the floor framing system. So you'll end up with a stiffer framing system.
Ooh, that's quiet. So with a few small steps, guys, you too can prevent floor squeaks in your new building projects. So until next time, I'm Michael Luckadoo with armchairbuilder.com.